Okay, hi, Mabuhay. Welcome back to the Adventures of Miss Chuchubells, and as always, I am Victoria. So today is another day for our skincare talk series, and we'll be talking about retinols. So if you want to find out more about retinols, stay tuned, keep on watching, and let's get started. So let's get started. But before I actually start, disclaimer, I'm not a dermatologist, I'm not an aesthetician, so whatever I'm going to share with you guys is brought upon my research. And since I do get questions about retinoids, retinols, that's why I decided to do this video. And secondly, my sister asked what is actually retinol. So I think I've shared it before that I do my skincare talk series started is because of my sister asking question about skincare. So yeah, so let's get started with the video. Done my disclaimer. Take everything that I said with a pinch of salt. Listen to your skin because again, skincare is a personalized thing. Your skin would be different from my skin, even though maybe both of us might have oily prone skin, but then it would just react differently. So I do hope that whatever information I've given you, you will still do your research, and then from there you can make the right decision. So enough of me rambling. Let's go back to the video. Okay, let's get started. So, what is retinol, or what does it do? Why is it such a huge thing in the skincare industry? But frankly, retinol has been around for so long. I think my mom was still alive, like I was still young. So what does actually retinol do? So firstly, it does prevent wrinkles, it smooths out current fine lines, and it minimizes the new one that forms. So it's prevention. You will still get your wrinkles, but it would not be as bad if you're not using retinol. It brightens dull skin because it exfoliates on a cellular level, and thus it will reveal brighter, smoother skin. And this is right. And the next thing that retinol does is it does treat acne. So it regulates oily skin, keeps pore from clogging, which will result in fewer blackheads, cysts, and pimples. The next, it also helps fades dark spots. I haven't filmed a video for the longest time, so I can't even speak properly. So over time, it will even out your skin tone, fade sunspots, acne scars, and hyperpigmentation. So one of the most common question asked is when they actually start using retinol. Okay, so retinol does slows down our body's aging process. Like if in your from early 30s downwards, our cell turnover is actually every 28 days. So it's like 5 weeks. No, hello Victoria, it's like 4 weeks. But once you hit like mid 30s, 50s, and all, it actually goes up to 50, 60, or even 70 days. So slower cell regeneration is what causes our face to look dry, dull, and wrinkled. So what dermatologists do advise is you start once you hit 30. So because that's when our body do change. So yeah, younger than 30, you're still good. Don't start using retinol yet. Okay, So usually retinol sinks into our skin and speeds up the cell turnover. It usually takes at least 3 months of consistently using retinol nightly so that we can actually see results. If you don't use it consistently, and then you will still see results, but it would take a longer period of time. Okay, so now let's talk about the different types of retinols. Okay, so not all retinols are the same. Okay, so retinol is part of a bigger family, which is, you call it retinoids. So retinoids would be the top. I guess it's the scientific name for anything that's vitamin A derivative. So, yeah, so it's a scientific term for all vitamin A derivatives. So the first or the weakest retinol is called retinyl palmitate. So that's the weakest one. So it would be the most not irritating. So non-irritating. Then the second one from the lowest, which is retinyl palmitate, right? Then it's retinol. The second one is the next strongest and the most tolerable. No wonder a lot of people uses retinol, because I think every skin type would be able to tolerate it. Then the next one, which is retinaldehyde. Retinaldehyde is a stronger. So again, this is all you can purchase from the drugstore. Like any drugstore product that has retinoid in it. So it would either has retinyl palmitate, retinol, or retinaldehyde, right? And then they also have one of the strongest over the counter that you can actually buy is adapalene. Okay, so that's the strongest over the counter that we can actually purchase for retinoids. Okay, and there's also what you call prescription retinoids, wherein you're supposed to go to your dermatologist and then they would prescribe it for you, which is way stronger. It works faster and more effectively, but it's super irritating. That's why it's supposed to be prescription. So they call it tretinoin or tazarotene. So those are the two different types of retinoids that you can only get from your dermatologist. So the next question you might ask, with these different types of retinoids, so now we're going to use the term retinoids. So which one would be more good for you to use if you're starting? So they would usually say you should start with the gentlest of retinoids. So which is the retinyl palmitate, which is good for sensitive and dry skin. Retinol would be for all other skin types. Then once your skin tolerates it, then you go up to a higher strength or formula only after a year. Yes, a year. You have to be patient. Regardless of what type, they are all effective in the long run. Okay, studies shows that you will reap the same benefits long term of the anti-aging effects over time with a low strength retinoid. So what this actually means is you don't need to start with a higher concentrate. You can usually start with the weakest and then work your way up. This is my second or third video that I've been recording, and I realized I've been dropping things. Okay, never mind. So before you even start using retinoids, do choose the right strength. So again, let's reiterate, retinyl palmitate is for sensitive skin. Retinol or retinaldehyde is for normal skin. Adapalene is for oily, acne-prone skin. And then we also have to remember that we have to alternate, when you're using it during night, you have to alternate it with your harsh products. Meaning, don't use acne products, acids, or peels on your face on the night that you're using retinoids. If not, firstly, you will get your skin will get irritated. And then you might, worst case scenario, you might even burn your skin. Then next, don't use too much at once. What they usually recommend is just a pea size of drop or a thin layer if it's in a cream or moisturizer form. But what would I usually suggest is read the instructions in any of the bottles. Like for me, I've been using the Ordinary, and what they actually says is I can use like 6 to 8 drops. So I've been using like 6 drops of this almost every night. And then one thing you have to take into consideration is you can't start using retinol on a nightly basis. Once you start, you have to gradually use it. So what they actually do is the 1-2-3 method, meaning you use it once a week for 1 week, twice a week for 2 weeks, and then 3 times a week for 3 weeks. Then only from there you need to start it like alternate days. And then if your skin can tolerate it, and if you don't use acids or peels or whatsoever, you can go up to high as doing it every night. Like I'm using the Ordinary retinol every night. And most importantly, if you're using retinoids, even though you're not, okay, you're not supposed to skip on your sunscreen. Just because retinoids makes our skin more sensitive to the sun, so we're more prone to sunburn, discoloration, and then it might even create hyperpigmentation, which is supposed to be what retinols is supposed to do. But if you don't take care of your skin, if you're using retinols, then it just defeat the purpose. And please use an SPF of at least 30 plus every morning. And the next thing that I would like to share is retinoids don't have to be irritating. Cause the skin to shed cells faster than normal, so you would experience flakiness, dryness, irritation, and breakouts. It's just it's just going to happen for you guys like a few weeks, and then it's what we usually call an adjustment period. If you're interested, let me know at the comment section below. I'm gladly will share my retinol journey with the Ordinary, and then I will give you some tips on how you can actually prevent how can you prevent your skin from getting irritated. Sorry guys, I haven't filmed a video for at least a month, so now I'm like a newbie. I don't even know how to speak properly. Okay, so one thing is important. Retinoids don't just help with wrinkles. They actually stimulate cell turnover, which increase collagen and elastin production. So it would help plump the skin, clear and shrink pores. It doesn't eliminate pores. You will still have pores, but it would be smaller. Okay? Fades dark spots and redness. And retinoids work on a cellular level, not just topical. So cellular means that it does go into our skin, and it's not just topical wherein it's just like on top of your skin. So they're able to resurface our skin, which can completely transform your complexion over time. I'm reading my notes. I'm so sorry. So yeah, that's it. So have you tried using any type of retinoids? I do hope that this video would be able to help you in your journey, in your skincare. Again, I'm doing this video because of my sister. She did ask me what retinols are, what is it for. So that's why there's this video. And in one of my skincare talk series, somebody commented that they want to know more about retinols and retinoids. So I do hope that if you're watching, I was able to answer you I was able to answer your question. And yeah, by the way, because I've been using retinol for more than a year now, and if you are interested, I can share my journey on how I started using retinols and what is my experience and how I actually prevented my skin to get irritated until now. So let me know at the comment section below. So if you like this type of videos, the skincare talk series, please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and maybe consider subscribing to my channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload videos at least once a week. So till my next adventure, please remember to be courageous, kind, and a blessing to everyone you meet. Bye!